What you are witnessing is real. These tarot cards represent the current energies of specific people with a case pending in the Universal Court. Both parties have agreed to dismiss their spiritual beef and have their dispute settled here in our forum, the People's Court Tarot. Okay, that's my jam. But we all have to cut our jam off sometimes to get down to business. Thank you for tuning in, Cancer. I have read your complaint. It's right over here. So let's see. Okay, so your complaint is really straightforward. And I feel like the other person's response is really straightforward too. And so if I just from sitting in your energy for a second, there's definitely someone that you feel snippy with. There's some snip going on. I think you feel like this person, number one, your complaint is that dealing with them is kind of changing you because it's pissing you off and it's making you feel like there are certain things in your environment that you want to control that you can't control, and it's making you think too much about things that you don't feel like you should have to think that much about, because I feel like you expect it to be an easygoing exchange with this person, or at least an equal exchange with this person, but your complaint is that this person requires total domination and submission. You might be dealing with a Scorpio, but this person doesn't want to give at all. They just want to control, dominate. And that just makes them happy. Like, that's your complaint, is that this person is always looking for a way to make themselves happy by saying or doing something, sending some sort of message that like alters the vibration of the situation, kills the partnership, kills the exchange, makes you angry, and you feel like this person does this from a need to control and to dominate. And you feel like this person does not see this in themselves. You feel like this person lacks awareness in this situation, because this is just kind of a mask or a front for something else that's underneath. And you feel like this person is suppressing, maybe suppressing anger or pain, some sort of emotion that is making this person spout out this poisonous, vitriolic exchange, cups of death. Every time they hand somebody a cup, it's a cup of death. And somebody is just walking away not wanting to deal with it. But then your complaint also is that there's something about when this person then does this thing, then they're able to then suddenly shrink down in size, or just vibrationally in some sort of way. They then make themselves smaller and then figure out a way to get you to come back. But when you come back, they just do this again. So that's pretty straightforward and also annoying. So yeah, Cancer, I think I've explained your case pretty clearly. I'm going to go ahead and go look at the other side at their explanation, but I may come back and add some points to your case once I've looked at their side. Okay. On the other side of things, so I think this person wants to address a few things that were said, and I think that's where that 10 of Swords is at the top. I think this person feels like maybe you talk a lot of shit. You said a lot of things to this person to the point that they've had to swallow a lot of their own pain based off of what has been said or done to them. So number one, they're saying that if you feel like this person is suppressing certain emotions, they are, because they have to live. They have to survive. And I think they feel like they've been pained. So they have to swallow this pain in order to keep doing what they need to do. And I think this person, if you feel like they're not self-aware, I think they feel very self-aware. They know exactly how they are, but they also know why they are how they are. And it's because of things that have happened in the past that they feel like, every time something comes back around, it's coming back around to hurt them. So I think, yeah, there's just this energy of it always comes back around to the same thing where it's, so maybe this person also feels very persecuted. Like, they feel like they're always the bad guy. They're always the one to get shit on. They're always the one to get blamed. They're always the one to, the one that people are trying to figure out a way to not give them anything, that figure out a reason why they don't deserve anything. So that is the truth that this person is living in, dare I say. And I think they are acknowledging that they will always come back around for this merry-go-round. There's a reason why this person has so many swords in their back. It's because they've come back around for those swords to get put in their back. So now I think that this person is also saying that if it seems like they are disgusting, like their energy is disgusting, their exchange is disgusting, there's always cups of death with this person, they're kind of like, hell yeah, and that's all you're ever going to get. And this person they're telling you that they have sat up and dreamed, visualized, envisioned ways to put a sword, to return a sword for every sword that they feel like that has been put in their back. That Knight of Swords is running to pick a sword up out of that carcass and continue it on to put it in the back of the person who they feel put it in them. And that is their decision. That is what they feel is justice. And that is what they're straight up dead ass telling you and then doing. So they're both in their masculine and feminine energies with this, which means they have not only thought about this, but they're now executing this. So, like, dead ass. Like, for whatever you say this person is doing, they're like, dead ass. And you think that I'm this pitiful little thing, and so when you walk away from me, you think that when I do make myself seem smaller or whatever, that you let me back in. And they're like, motherfucker, that's just the next step. Like, that's the next step in the plan. How else, if I have 20 swords that have to go in your back, and obviously you're going to leave after I plant the first sword, how the fuck do you think I'm going to get you back to put the other 19 swords in? By coming and saying, oh, I'm so sorry I put that sword in your back. Can you come here? I won't do it again. And then they fucking do it again. But that's their plan. That's what they're telling you is their plan. They're telling you, Cancer, straight up in court. Okay? That is their plan. That's what they're always going to do. So the question becomes, what are you going to do? Okay? And I think that leads me right into the verdict, actually, because I have pulled the cards for the verdict. And it's right up here. And we have the Emperor, the Hermit, and the Nine of Cups. So that is the question. What this Hermit is looking at this Emperor. The Emperor is a person of action who does things. The Hermit is one who reflects. So he's dead ass saying, Cancer, what are you going to do? Because at this point, the only thing that you can control is your own energy. If your complaint about this person is that they're continually offering you 9 cups of death, then the question is, what are you going to do? What's going to be in your cup? Are you going to continue offering these death cups? Or are you going to fill your cup up with something else? Or are you going to offer this person cups of your own death? I mean, you have some choices here now that you know what the situation is. But, I can't, there's 3 cards in this verdict. So I feel like that's purposeful because I have lots of opinions about what I think you should do, Cancer. Okay. But this isn't about me. This is the universe's verdict. And so the universe is saying this is about what you're going to do. Because you can keep taking this shit if you want to. You can keep going back to this person if you want to. You can get revenge on this person if you want to. Or you can fill your own cup with whatever you want. You can, hey, you know what you can do, Cancer. And that's what you need to think about is, what are you going to do? Because you cannot change this other person. And maybe you thought you could change this other person because you thought this other person didn't know what they were doing, but this person is doing this. Okay? This isn't a byproduct of this person's pain. This isn't happening. No, they're doing this active. This is not passive. This is active, Cancer. So what are you going to do? All right, I'm going to close out with what I say at the end of my readings. This is my channel, and I'm here to remind you that if you have a dispute that you just can't work out, Don't take karmic law into your own hands. You take them to court. Thank you for watching. Peace out.